So I've been sitting here wondering, as I harvest materials for the Goon Yacht, is the SRV autistic? Well, the SRV kind of looks slightly autistic. It does have honor holes in its wheels. They might be a little bit too large, though. But the autism generally begins the second you try to drive it. If, for example, you have move assist off and you push the button to drive, you don't have to hold it down, which often means you end up having to fight it. But then odd behavior like that happens where physics and reality just don't seem to really work, and then you're stuck wrestling it to try to navigate around. I just want to stop moving. We go into the turret. We're gonna attempt to destroy the cargo rack. The first time I did this, it was with, well, let's just say, I had fewer chromosomes than I do today. So you have to turn on a cargo hatch every time you relog. Or every time you touch your candy, it's going to disappear. So, yes. So, you have to turn off the assist. Or you collect autism immediately. Now, where exactly all the candy went, I'm not sure. Over here, it seems. You don't have much in the way of actual cargo. If you try to loot anything besides the materials, you'll fill up really, really quickly. Which means the SRV really doesn't have a feeder fetish. Which that can most certainly be construed as being non-autistic. And although it inflicts you with autism and increases your chromosomes while you are near it, that doesn't necessarily mean that it in itself is autistic, though. Autism isn't like a virus or a bacteria. It's kind of more like an inverse vampire. Something that, instead of sucking your blood, it injects extra chromosomes into you. And when you complete your metamorphosis into a Discord mod or a Reddit Janny, its job is done and it moves on to the next victim. So it's kind of more like a chromopire in that regard. But the chromopire in itself isn't necessarily autistic. It's more like a force of nature. But that doesn't mean it can't be autistic. In order to really... get into the deep dive. The consistency of behavior. Autists are very, very inconsistent. And the looting, for example, the loot just like disappearing when I touch it is, that definitely feels autistic, right? Like, I know how that's like. The clanging as well, just like the Berserk reboot, very autistic. That's definitely TISM coded. But I was looking on the radar and I don't know where. I think it just got flung into the atmosphere. So kind of like NVIDIA, the way it's meant to be played, PhysX, or maybe Havoc. Definitely very autistic. I've definitely had some moments in this that have dramatically increased my chromosomes in a way that feel authentically autistic. And I feel like we're gonna have a moment because I've got to get this tongue stain. I gotta be tongued. And how I'm going to get it, I'm not sure. One of the interesting nuances about the collision on the SRV, particularly the Scarab, is it seems to have a higher vertical collision than it does in the rear. So typically if I try to back into resources, it'll just destroy them. But I can scoop things up with like a space above the turret. It's in here somewhere. This is like a cat trying to find a treat stuck underneath the couch. But the cat is just a little bit too obese. I feel like the cat got stuck in the cushions. Now, fortunately, a cat is not a coin. So, it should, in theory, be able to escape. In theory. Cannot disembark. This could be an issue, actually. Well, I definitely feel like a wizard has increased my chromosomes. Absolutely. Maybe if I relog? This is kind of like the cheat sheet for an autist. Is when you log in and out, you jumble up your DNA. Oh. It's alright, I believe. I believe.
Cargo scoop deployed.
Alright, well, unfortunately, we did not retrieve the candy. Arguably, fortunately, we did manage to retrieve ourselves. Shit is just spinning. As a fan of meat spin, I can attest to its autistic qualities. I too often find myself spinning. Driving feels like you're constantly wrestling the system. Like Billy Harrington has reached out of the cold, hard, muscular earth and grabbed you by the prostate. And you're just thrashing around violently like a slinky attached to a blow dryer. Autism is definitely a lot like that, too. Trying to find some degree of coherency, meaning to existence, and trying to get the candy to not just disappear. S M H. Ah. Did I?
Cargo scoop retracted. Cargo scoop deployed.
It was open. It just, yeah. I too am a picky eater. It's autism at its finest. Sometimes I feel like I really want to know if the tungsten's actually really good at tonguing you. But it's trapped inside the coffee mug and you can't get it out. So you'll never know. What about the anti-Tony? You would think the cargo rack would be on the rear and not where the glass cockpit is, so the collision of it being so far to the front feels a bit odd. Why can't they all be like that? I can believe it. Just randomly getting flung around. It really just does not behave like a vehicle or suspension would. It's definitely very, very NVIDIA the way it's meant to be played. That one did not get looted, but it like went right through me. What? It's in this little groove, and it just despawns. That's like that cargo rack that was just in the ground a little while ago. Dude, I don't even. I'd pick up these canisters if it didn't entail me constantly getting back to my ship. Yeah. Right. Wait, it's back! Dude, it came back. The cat came back. I definitely felt like that if I wasn't autistic before, fooling around with this shit definitely would have made me autistic. I've heard the Conda has a nice rack. Huh. Ah. Ah. You can do it. Yeah. I dive bomb that toilet bowl, splash the ceiling. They can sure pick me up though. I'm definitely a pick me. I'm definitely getting tongued. Well, I didn't leave this place with 37% health, so how autistic can I really be if I don't have Diablo 3 number? Okay, so the Scarab is definitely autistic, 100%. Let's try the Scorpion. So the Scorpion is, arguably less squirrely. I can pick up the Paladin now. Paladins are definitely autistic. If you're an autist, you probably are very much into Deus Vult. It pretty much goes without saying, really. So, the Scorpion having a wider turning angle requires you to pay a bit more attention to what you're doing. That's not autistic. The looting can be a lot more irregular, though. I find looting on this one is really inconsistent, which is very autistic. The spinning, once again, meat spin. Urethrum. Definitely autistic. I don't know though, say with the assist off, it's actually easier to control. Bye. I don't think I've had this one fling me in the air as much either. Do I need the zirconium? I do need the zirconium. We're going in. I don't know if I can go in, honestly. This kid's a bit too fat to get into the playground, so he's probably autistic. So he doesn't really have, like, the juice to jump up over the guardrail. But he somehow manages to get himself stuck anyways. Oh! Just thrashed out. Isaac Newton himself screeched, vomited out rainbows. We were puked out. Anti-Tony. There's a lot of shit trapped in the ball pit now. There's a heck of a lot of nothing I can do about it. You can see it on the radar. The collision on that is really weird. I think that fiasco caused one of them to despawn. Shit is fucking spinning. You could see on the radar there, it just fucked off into the abyss. And I think that one might have as well. There. Tying this stuff to physics really was the choice of all time. That one just got flung into the abyss. I could see it on the radar. It was gone. Highly autistic. I think I might be full on Tony. It might be time to head back and work on the goon yachts. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I can't reach the urethrum. I can disembark.
Retracted.
I cannot pick it up. Standing on it makes it spin, and my feet wiggle and slide around. That's definitely autistic. My Scorpion has a pole going into it. I don't think I can get to the urethrum. I think I'm gonna have to relog again. You are in danger. Yes, I am. I'm running out of chromosomes. I need more. Admittedly, that was definitely autistic. I felt autistic. When I log into the game and I'm being flung through the air, that's definitely an autism moment. But the Anaconda's juicy rack awarded us with some more urethrum. I think it's time to head back to the goon yacht. We're bookmarking this location. We can't tell ourselves what the bookmark is. We can't add a name or a descriptor to it. We just have to guess, however distant in the future, what the bookmarks actually are. Which is definitely autistic. So not only is the Scarab autistic, the Scorpion is most certainly autistic, albeit maybe less so, not quite into Discord mod status. He does have the kitten role though. But on top of that, the bookmarks are also autistic. In fact, using a bookmark may make you autistic to begin with. Or it is a symptom of the infection, of the disease. Now, if you excuse me, I'm gonna go 2 blocks down. This fucking gravity well has me by the hips. I like that the leather club is next to a giant literal ship ball. Now I can deposit the paladins onto the carrier and these fucking pirates will stop trying to inseminate me at random. Excuse me as I figure out how to deposit my cargo onto here. Because I don't know if I can. I am definitely confused. There is a stock. Perhaps it's under advanced maintenance. I'm not even going to transfer the carrier. I'm just going to leave it here. Alright, well I can't really do anything about anything at the moment. I'm going to switch over to the Goon Yacht. It's 7 jumps to get there. That's ridiculous. I need a power plant on this thing. The Goon Yacht is a little slow, as you may have deduced. That's not much of a yacht at the moment.